Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Sword Coast Legends. I'm your host, BringItDon, and we're going to continue where we left off last time. You can see here I went ahead and gave Larethar a crossbow, because again, I want him to end up being a ranged rogue, so I may as well equip him as such. And all we have next to do is talk to Jarhild.
Finally, you return. Took you long enough. Where's Bellamy? Did that blasted halfling get himself trapped behind bars again?
Jarhild, Bellamy is dead.
I mean, of course he is. Blasted halfling. I told him that Lightfinger's temper of his would get him into trouble. He and that sister of his would both fly off the handle at the first chance.
I am so sorry for your loss, my friend. But we really must get going. We have a camp set up just outside the gates of Luskan. We can rest there, plan our next move, and say final farewells to your friend.
Aye, I would like that. It's more than I'm used to getting when losing a friend in battle.
And when you are ready, we have a friend in Luskan. The man who forewarned us about the attacks. He will want to meet the survivors of the ambush.
Who is this friend in Luskan?
He is a contact we're working with on another quest. I don't wish to trouble you with such details now. Let us continue to Luskan, and we will answer your questions there.
What about the caravan?
Cleared out the mercenaries for now, and they weren't targeting your caravan anyway.
Make your way to our camp. We'll make sure the caravan gets to Luskan safely.
No, we finished the job on our own.
My friend, you have had a terrible day. Let us lift your burden and concentrate on mourning, so you'll be ready when the time comes.
When the time comes for what?
What else? Revenge.
So I'm bringing Jarhild now. I had initially planned on getting rid of Larethar for Jarhild, but I've made the mistake in the past, in Dragon Age Origins and in Baldur's Gate, of getting rid of a rogue, so I couldn't pick lockpicks or disarm traps. So and then Hamit's utility. I really like the sleep spell, so I might just keep it as such for now. That does leave me as the only front-line character.
The trip to Luskan is as solemn as it is uneventful, and the caravan reaches the gates of the city without further incident. You've heard much about the thieves, gangs, and swindlers of Luskan, and you steel yourself for lies, bribes, threats, and false smiles, in a city where guards are just thugs who deal their brutality for a wage. The only things you can count on to protect you are your friends and your ability to protect yourself. And if Larethar's stories are true, there are worse things in Luskan than its criminals, as monsters walk beneath, in the ruins of the ancient city of Ilusk, now known dismissively as Luskan's sewers. Even the company of new friends and allies is cold comfort after the loss of your guildmates. The death of Bellamy Lightfingers weighs heavily on your mind, and while Jarhild doesn't speak of it, you know it weighs on her as well. With the help of your new companions, you make camp outside the city gates and settle down to wait out the night in fitful sleep. In the morning, you and your companions will walk among the infamous streets of the City of Sails. But your mind is filled with demons, and the night refuses to pass quietly into day.
Here we go. Another nightmare sequence.
All you need to know is that you've got
Okay.
the attention of powerful people.
That's Nettie.
Their bad side.
What's going on, Nettie?
You understand?
Home. Home. I can't go home.
Because your body exploded. Alright, is there anything I can do to help?
What could be done is in the past. This is my nightmare now.
Nettie! He's my favorite of the tutorial. She was my favorite of the tutorial companions. You'll be missed.
Help me. I seem to have lost my way.
So you were watching?
Can you tell us where we are?
I was somewhere else, but now I'm gone. For a lie, for a dream, for a demon. I think I've fulfilled my purpose now. This gate is shut. There's only one way left.
Okay. Purpose was shutting gates. Sir Banigar. Hey.
Stand for judgment, children of the Abyss. Here is laid bare the truth. You serve the Mad One, devourer of hope, dread general of the gibbering hordes.
No, it is a lie. We do not serve demons.
Then why do the spawn of the Abyss not attack? Why do they defer to you as you pass? Why does the world burn while you sleep? The world perishes in fire or in shadow, and there you stand, at the heart of it. My order was right to keep watch of you, right to see you die. You are blind to it. I pity you, if such a creature as you were worthy of it.
I can't see. You should still probably offer me your pity, because I have no idea what's going on. Just getting attacked, accused. Dretch.
Master, come.
I'll destroy you, demon.
Such justice, unbefitting the hero of the Mad One. Come, he calls, we answer.
All right. Hey.
Was it for glory that you ended the world? Or for some sense of duty?
What is happening here?
Just dreaming that it speaks. Still convinced that all is well. Use for penance in the face of what you would do.
Oh man, I just want to loot. I don't want to lecture.
Here we go.
What was it, Dretches? Just gonna run past these guys, I guess. Well, looks like they're beating the Dretches at least. I'll watch one of them get killed. Oh, they can't die. Never mind. Tassilus.
You have come here to see the birth of a new god. It was, after all, your sacrifice that made it possible.
I died for no reason. In rage and ceaseless pain, as will the world. It will come to pass.
Yeah, he about as depressing as Frodo. Yeah, step away from my friend, Drell, or die.
Your spirit is as strong as any other from your guild. I see why he selected you. He who plays knights as bishops and kings as pawns. You will see, my friend. We are siblings in purpose, if not in blood.
You can just call us partners.
He calls to you as he once called to me.
Oh, okay. That was the most terrifying part of that whole encounter. Everything went black. I was afraid the game was going to crash. It shouldn't.
Morning to you. Clearly you had another rough night, the way you were tossing and carrying on like your head was on fire.
Aye, it was.
Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Sword Coast Legends. I'm your host, BringItDon, and we're going to continue where we left off last time. You can see here I went ahead and gave Larethar a crossbow, because again, I want him to end up being a ranged rogue, so I may as well equip him as such. And all we have next to do is talk to Jarhild.
Finally, you return. Took you long enough. Where's Bellamy? Did that blasted halfling get himself trapped behind bars again?
Jarhild, Bellamy is dead.
I mean, of course he is. Blasted halfling. I told him that Lightfinger's temper of his would get him into trouble. He and that sister of his would both fly off the handle at the first chance.
I am so sorry for your loss, my friend. But we really must get going. We have a camp set up just outside the gates of Luskan. We can rest there, plan our next move, and say final farewells to your friend.
I would like that. It's more than I'm used to getting when losing a friend in battle.
And when you are ready, we have a friend in Luskan. The man who forewarned us about the attacks. He will want to meet the survivors of the ambush.
Who is his friend in Luskan?
He is a contact we're working with on another quest. I don't wish to trouble you with such details now. Let us continue to Luskan, and we will answer your questions there.
What about the caravan?
Cleared out the mercenaries for now, and they weren't targeting your caravan anyway.
Make your way to our camp. We'll make sure the caravan gets to Luskan safely.
No, we finished the job on our own.
My friend, you have had a terrible day. Let us lift your burden and concentrate on mourning, so you'll be ready when the time comes.
When the time comes for what?
What else? Revenge.
So I'm bringing Jarhild now. I had initially planned on getting rid of Larethar for Jarhild, but I've made the mistake in the past, in Dragon Age Origins and in Baldur's Gate, of getting rid of a rogue, so I couldn't pick lockpicks or disarm traps. So and then Hamit's utility. I really like the sleep spell, so I might just keep it as such for now. That does leave me as the only front-line character.
The trip to Luskan.
Well, let's do Larethar real quick, because I do want him respect. I guess it's cheaper because they're not player characters. Can I not do it in camp? Where's he at? Oh, okay, well,
Something
conversations.
you need?
I'd like to learn more about you.
Ah, it's not much of a tale. I was born in Westgate, near the Sea of Fallen Stars. My family were traders. They'd moved out of East Rift and sought a home among the humans. My father made a lot of coin very quickly there, mostly doing things he shouldn't have been doing, bribing officials for shipping contracts, smuggling goods into and out of town, that sort of thing.
Sounds like someone I know.
My mother never approved of my father's business. From the day she found out what we were up to, she started making contingency plans. She wasn't going to let Pa's problems bleed over into family.
Sounds like a smart woman.
She was. I'm alive because of her. Finally, my father's sturges came home to roost. They were murdered by rivals. And my mother took my siblings and I, hopped on a caravan, and moved us all the way west to the City of Sails. And there we have it. How a fine young dwarf like me got mixed up in a place like Luskan. You know, this really takes me back. But I have some sleeping and resting that needs doing. Maybe we could wax nostalgic another time.
Any keen insights you'd like to share?
You and your friends fight like you've seen a skirmish or two. Ha ha! It'll be fun sneaking off and stealing things while you do all the work.
Alright, I should be going.
Don't be a stranger.
So I'm sure they all have companion quests. I'm sure we'll progress them after each main quest.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to... Do you have any thoughts on our situation?
We met under tense circumstances. But things will get easier from here on, if the gods will it. The sooner we meet with Soranil, the sooner we can both be on our way.
Let's learn more about you.
There is not much to tell. I have dedicated myself to the search for a relic called the Moon Tear. A relic of Sehanin, lost decades ago as a result of my own childish ignorance.
What happened?
I remember I was around 15 years old. A toddling babe by elven reckoning. I had a friend, Seric, the best companion a young girl could have. But my parents did not approve of our friendship.
Why didn't they approve?
My parents told me our family had a sacred duty, one that meant we could not afford such dalliances. I found out not much later that they were right. My parents scolded and punished and eventually kept me from my dear friend, the one child with whom I could play, laugh, and experience joy. One day, I was out playing, on my own, when a group of travelers approached me. They said they were hungry and in need of supplies, but I could tell that they were drow. Even then, I knew what that meant. But, consumed by my childish anger and ignorance, I decided that... Gods forgive me. I decided that a confrontation with the drow would be a fitting punishment for my mother and father, for denying me Seric's companionship.
Yeah, you should have known better.
Yes.
You even said you knew better.
I certainly should have. But at that age, all I could see was that I missed my friend, and my parents had to learn a lesson for keeping us apart. It was undeniably a mistake. In a fit of pique, I gave the drow travelers directions to our village, hoping to... I don't know what I hoped. I wanted my parents to hurt the way they made me hurt. But what happened was much, much worse. The drow turned out to be forward scouts for a raiding party. They invaded our village, killing and capturing my people, my family. We had been given the sacred honor of protecting a relic of Sehanin. While ransacking our home, the drow took the Moon Tear.
So you ought to do a very good job of protecting it. I mean, powerful relic like that, I'm sure there's more powerful creatures and or people out there than a drow raiding party looking for it. If y'all couldn't handle that, maybe y'all should have been protecting it in the first place. Let's see. Yeah, you caused your village's destruction. Because even as a child, I've never... Come on, you have to have better sense than that.
I did. And I have lived with that failure ever since. I search now for the Moon Tear, both to recover it for my goddess, but also in the hopes of making amends for my sins, for my wrath, my ignorance. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. If there's nothing else, I'd like to take a moment and reflect.
Alright, I should be going.
Dreams go with you.
Alright, still 2 more companions to talk to. They have a lot to say. Let's talk to Jarhill.
What do you need?
Do you have any tactical observations to share?
We've got to get into Luskan and see this contact of theirs. If he knows anything about why we were attacked, he might know who we should be stabbing next.
I'd like to learn more about you.
Aye. We haven't had a chance to talk very much since she joined up, have we? Me family goes way back. Back to Mithril Hall, if you believe that. Our family scattered from there after Shimmergloom attacked. And we returned when King Battlehammer signed the treaty with the Many Arrow Orcs.
It's quite a history.
Aye. We were smiths. I know, be still your heart, but we were good. Me clan got the name Stoneforge because it says me ancestor could forge stone into a blade fit for battle. Why you'd want to do that, I'll never know. Me ma and da left for Mirabar just before I was born. Looking to expand the family business, they said. Too much competition from other smiths, I say.
That's just smart business.
Me da was anything but stupid. That's for sure. We made good coin there. And we made a name for ourselves in Mirabar. I worked in the forge as a wee lass, swinging a hammer right alongside me da. Funny remembering it now. I'm not sure I hated it as much as I thought I did. Well, I need to get a bite to eat. Maybe we'll find some time to talk later.
All right.
Don't be a stranger.
All right, Hamid.
Here we go.
What do you got to say, Goofy?
What
Goofy
can I
Goober.
do for you?
What do you think about our situation?
I've spent precious little time in Luskan, which is fine with me. Anytime I'm here, I wind up getting mugged or kidnapped or blackmailed. It's not a pretty town.
You should look at me when you talk to me. All right. I'd like to learn more about you.
Where should I begin? Well, I was born in a small village near Longsaddle to very young parents who were farmers just because their own parents had been farmers and had all died the winter before.
Your grandparents all starved to death.
No, they all killed each other. An ancient family feud. Very tragic, really. My ma told me it started over the ownership of an enormous tomato and grew from there, as these things do. When I was born, my ma and da hoped I'd be able to help them out on the farm, but really they'd have been better off hiring a farmhand. It's like they didn't realise I'd be born as a baby and not as a strapping lad of 13 years.
Like parents, like son.
Sure, I like parents. Mine were just a little dim, that's all. You might not know it to look at me now, but I was a scrawny child, and I was of little use on the farm. I tried very hard, but I never really took to manual labour. So my parents did what I believe any other loving parents in their situation would do. They sought around for someone willing to trade. A son for a son. And the next thing I knew, I met my Uncle Kipper. You know, remembering all that now, I'm starting to think that maybe my parents weren't as loving as I once thought. If you don't mind, I'd rather like some time to think.
All right.
All right, you know where to find me.
Well, no regrets keeping Hamid in the party in exchange for Jarhild. His story is way more interesting.
Okay.
All right, and let me check once more. I don't know why I don't have access to all of my characters in the party or in the camp. All right, well let's at least move on so I can distribute Larethar's skill points. There we go. Alright, let's have Larethar second, Lydia, and then Hamid. So it shouldn't be too much longer until I can do my own skill points. I'm only in a deficit of about 2,000. But money's not seemingly hard to come by so far. Alright, let's get your abilities distributed. Only 3. Did I pay for this? I did. Oh, it's per level. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see if I head back to the camp real quick. So I'll put one more point into unleveling him. How do I do want to get this taken care of before I end the episode. So I don't forget next time I'm running around with the unleveled Larethar. That would not do at all. So that one ability I cannot use. Oh, I can't undo him anymore. Okay, well, I guess he's stuck with at least one useless skill. Maybe I should just keep building him up as a melee rogue. I don't know. I'll give him some utility skills for now, and I'll decide what I actually want to do with him later on. Give him more lock picking and such. that was a waste. I don't believe I gave him anything that was associated with a melee rogue last time. Okay, so this is all scoundrel hide and sneak attack. All of which are useful, but let's go with not archery. Nah, I'll do hide. There we go. But at least my character will be able to reset completely, because at the bottom of the thing it said points spent.
Yes?
I spent 11 on my character altogether, so it will allow me to reset my character completely. Oh.
All right.
+1 Claymore. Same thing.
What do you need?
I'll have options for the same stats. And I want to give that stuff to Jarhild. Does it look cooler or something? It does look pretty cool. I'll just keep this one because it matches more of what I've got on.
Here we go. Okay. I'm
Hey,
here.
stop
Yes.
picking up. What are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Did he break?
Your orders? All right. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Well.
All right.
Okay. Well, it looks like that's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch y'all next time.